Hi, and welcome back to the Misery Loves Mandy podcast. This week, we are joined by JT Parr. I love talking to him. If you haven't watched his show, Chad and JT Go Deep on Netflix, you have got to check it out. It is so funny, and it just makes you feel good. It's a very happy show. There's not anything else like that. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon. We talk about some dirty shit. He got me to open up and tell a story on Patreon, so you better watch it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and enjoy the episode.
Hello. That's awesome.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Testing. Rolling. All right, we're doing it. Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, dude, I'm psyched to be here.
Are you far from here at all?
I'm probably 15 minutes.
Perfect distance.
As the crow flies.
That's good. Did you have to move to a different place and you had a bebe?
So I moved into my girlfriend's place, and we were lucky her house could accommodate newborns.
That's good. Not many places can.
No, she's got a nice crib. I lucked out.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I saw the house and I was like, this will work. Yeah. It's like, I love you forever.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that about most people's places out here.
No, her place is sick. She's a good. I'm terrible with like my apartment was basically empty. Mm-hmm. It was like just purely there for me to sleep. And play video games. And then and I almost intentionally so. I didn't like having personality there. And then when I saw her place, I was like, oh, whoa, you like decorated.
I thought it was so funny how one day we were at the Ha Ha. Matt had me crying laughing over this, and you guys were catching up for like a while in the back. Mm-hmm. and then you go on stage.
Yeah.
I already told you this. And then he goes on stage and he goes, I'm having twins. And Matt goes to me, what the fuck? We were just catching up for a while.
I felt bad about that because, and like we've been boys for like 10 years. And we've had a lot of, we've both been through like a lot of life changes. So, but I was about to go on stage and I didn't want to, I kind of wanted to surprise him like that and throw him for a loop because that's fun.
It is fun.
But also I was like, if I start talking to him about it now, and I think that might have been the first time I talked about it on stage.
I think you said it was.
Yeah. So I was like, if I talk to Maddie about it right before I go on stage, I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be saying the thing again. I'm like, I want to say it for the first time when people are watching.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought too. It loses the oomph.
Yeah, if I'm like, dude, hey, I'm having kids, and I go up there and I'm like, hey guys, I just told Maddie, but I'm having kids. It's like everyone's like, why'd you just tell Maddie?
Yeah, you ruined it.
Save it for us.
That's just same with like when you have like pre-podcast banter.
It's horrible.
You can't do it.
Don't talk before the pod.
Don't talk.
Save it.
If that ever happens, like say Matt's here and like we all have conversation, not only will things come up that I wanted to say on the podcast, but like then it's like, okay. And then we come in, set up, and then I'm like, so, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
It just like ruins the momentum as well.
Or you have to repeat it. You're like, so you were saying earlier that you don't like Outback Steakhouse. And you're like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Ooh, that's an important question. I'm glad you brought that up. It was on my list of things to bring
really?
up. Outback bread. No.
Dude, it's good.
Or
the bread?
It's the fucking best.
The bread's the best.
But Outback or cheesecake?
Oh, man, they're so different.
Different
that's a
butters.
That's the thing is like the Outback bread goes well with barbecue sauce, which is so unique to that kind of bread.
Oh, it's so good. And they have the sweet butter, right?
Yes,
the honey butter
they do.
at Outback.
It's just nastier. It's a nastier bread. The like that whole wheat bread that you get from cheesecake is really delicious, and I'll eat it all day. But it doesn't feel as decadent as Outback, so I'll go Outback. Because it just feels more
trashy
like,
in a good way.
Trashy, and you're like, who even came up with this?
I need my $10 steak.
Yeah, that steak's not bad for $10. I think
good.
Bang for buck, it's the best. Wait, dude, I fucked up.
Uh-oh. Are you thinking cheesecake?
I was confusing Outback with Wood Ranch.
Oh, very different, but... Okay, he retracts his statement. Outback or cheesecake? Wait, I've never been to Wood Ranch.
It's like upscale Outback.
Okay. Outback's bread is still bomb.
Outback's good. Wait, what's the Outback bread?
It's the same. It's the brown bread with honey butter.
Oh, it's the same as that makes more sense. I'm so bad at podcasting. I should have just rolled with it.
No. I say the dumbest shit all the time. So, like, I always say if I say any facts or anything, and then when I edit, I've gotten over it because I'm just spewing shit I don't.
You just got to spew.
You spew.
But I'm worried because I'm like, we might have had a nice clip there.
No. Don't worry about it.
And now the clip's fucked.
Don't think clips. That's like doing.
And I just cursed, and that's bad for the clips now. If you say fuck, that kills the clip.
No, my God. I posted.
Focus up, Parr.
I posted a clip the other day that in the one clip said it was a stand-up clip said cunt, fuck. And I think shit or all of it. And then I'm like, why isn't the algorithm liking it?
Dude, it's so funny. I'll be watching like a set and I'm like, I think this could be the bit I use. And then I'll say like, and then those fucking cunts. I'm like, did you have to say that, dude? I'm like, did you have to say that? No. Now you got to cut it out or you got to do something. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah.
I did this one riff and I was so excited when I went to edit it back when Elon Musk. Oh, did that ever happen? The fight with Elon Musk and...
Just heard him talking about that. No, you know what? I don't think Elon says Zuckerberg backed out. I think Elon is kind of the one who backed out. I'm reading his biography right now, too.
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
He's gotten some good puss, that dude.
Bro.
No one really talks about it.
He's good with the ladies. You know, I think Tallulah, his second wife, he should have stayed with her.
Oh, I don't know.
I think
Tallulah.
she was his best match.
Okay.
Grimes is cool, but I think Tallulah really grounded him in a good way, and as a result, the business was doing well.
Yeah.
But dude, Amber Heard,
I know.
she fucked him up.
That's crazy.
She fucked up Depp. Like my girlfriend gets mad when I talk about it. She's like, "Stop saying she fucked them up." Like they were. I'm like, no, they're toxic too. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean it as almost a compliment. I'm like, dude, she destroyed these two guys. Not that they were innocent, but like she was an active agent in their unraveling within like a 2-year span.
Yeah, it's some powerful shit.
What's she doing?
I want to know. I just want like a sprinkle of it just in my back pocket.
Just that chaotic evil.
Yeah, just in case it's ever needed.
You should just throw it at someone and be like, dude, I will when my name pops up on your phone, your hand will shake. Like your day's ruined. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I was like pretty fascinated by it. I was like, dude, I heard from a friend that when she like parties with guys, she'll like chug a beer and like burp in their face.
I could see that.
Yeah, she's got like that like grew up with brothers.
Yeah.
Kind of, I'll fuck you up before you fuck me up kind of.
That's probably what like turns them on in a weird way. Like she's different.
Mm-hmm. Like, she's one of the guys.
Yeah, she's like a fun crazy. Mm-hmm. And then
it's crazy.
Then it's crazy.
It's crazy. And they're crazy too. I'm not saying
everyone's
responsible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But that made me think that I did like a riff about like Elon Musk and what the hell his name is, Mark Zuckerberg. And then I was like, oh, this is be a good clip. And then I'm editing it. And then I go, yeah, and then he should just go fucking kill himself. And then like, you couldn't edit around that.
No, you need that in there. I hope the algorithm starts rewarding that. Like suicide encouragement. That should be bigger. Uh-huh. They're pumping it. They're like, did you tell someone to kill themselves? We're sending that to everyone.
Louis C.K. has the best joke on suicide.
What's his bit?
He talks about like how like you can kill yourself. I'm not going to even try.
Dude, go for it.
Oh, God. I can't remember shit. Also, is this light in the way?
Is it the light in the frame?
Is it in the frame? I get paranoid with everything. Oh, my God. Look at it. Boom. Cool.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, I fixed it.
Smart.
He just talks about like how we must not hate life that much. Like if we're not killing ourselves, like how proud of we should be, I think, for not killing ourselves.
That's true.
And then if it's that bad, it's like, it can be like, oh, that's the funniest part about it. So while I'm butchering it, is like, but you have to be careful because you only can do it once. Like,
don't waste it.
Yeah, only once.
That's so true. Yeah, I'm glad. Have you ever been suicidal?
No, I mean, I've had like when you're younger and like bad breakups and you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Like,
right.
But like nothing real.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah, once.
Really?
Yeah, maybe twice. Once, 1.5.
Oh no! Yeah. How'd you handle it?
I remember when the thought popped in my head, I was like, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then my buddy's girlfriend who was living with us came home and I was like, hey, I don't want to say her name, but I was like, hey, blank, I'm having like dark thoughts.
That's always what it means too.
And she was cool and smart. And she was like, are you thinking about hurting yourself? And I was like, yeah, a little. And then she was like, all right, let's go to like the hospital. She's like, do you want to go to the hospital? I was like, yeah. And then I called an ex who was way nicer to me than I had been to her. And I was like, can you come over and like soothe me basically? And she was like, yeah, but I'm going to be like 2 hours late. And I was like, that's still nice.
It is nice. At least you had it to look forward to.
I did pick on her because she was always late. I was like, I can't believe you're going to be late for this too. Yeah. But then you just you ride it out.
So then the second time, did you like have more of an understanding of how to deal with it?
The second time was different. The first time it was like chaotic fear. And I was like, oh my God, I'm trapped. I was doing just a ton of drugs, so my brain was wrecked. And I was like, what do I do? And then I was like, you're just too chaotic right now. The second time I was just sad. And so it was just more of like a slow, but you don't seem like you're pretty, I mean, we probably haven't hung out like one-on-one ever, but you don't seem like you get bummed.
So this is my thing. This is the problem, I think, as a naturally like happy person.
You're upbeat, yeah.
Very upbeat, I'm happy. When you're not happy, you're fucking either angry or really upset about it. Because you're bummed. You literally, I've used the word bummed. I'll call my mama. I'm just like, if something goes wrong, I'll be like, I'm just bummed. Because I don't want to feel not happy.
Right.
And it's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of selfish. Like, you should be lucky. Like, I should be lucky to be happy most of the time. And when I'm not, just like embrace it. But I'm just like, man, why am I not happy? And then it will last like a few days or sometimes longer. And you never know when like a down is going to come. But like it just hits you.
Does your down come from stuff happening or just from like your brain's like, hey, we need a break from being up?
I think it's a mix. Sometimes there's reasons and sometimes you're like, why am I feeling like this? Like out of nowhere. Probably just overwhelmed with like everything. But like not to where you think you should.
Yeah. No, it never feels like it corresponds exactly with it. Is it also like, because I'm pretty upbeat most of the time. So if I'm like quiet, it seems like I'm really mad. Mm-hmm. Do you have that where like, because you're upbeat, if you're not upbeat, everyone's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with her? Like she must be, you can't, can you hide being bummed or is it kind of?
I could hide it pretty well.
Okay.
Because I used to wait tables back in the day, and you had to fake that shit.
So you could do the fake smile, like, how's your day going?
Oh, yeah. Like, this is the worst day of my life. Ranch. I could fake it well.
That's
but
a good
also,
skill.
like, yeah, I guess. It's probably not good for you. But sometimes when you fake it, it makes you actually happy. Mm-hmm. So you, like, tricks your brain.
Fake it till you make it.
They say, too, like, if you're upset, smile. And it's
my smile when I'm upset and I'm faking it is painful. Like,
really?
I'm like... and everyone's like, what's wrong, dude?
That's so funny.
I was overwhelmed at a job one time that I was like, I had no idea what I was doing and I had some responsibility and it was like, and I just felt like such an idiot. And everyone at the work site like stopped looking at me because they were so ashamed of how dumb I was. Like no one would like talk to me. And I just had this awkward face where I was like trying to look comfortable. And I was like, and one guy just straight up said, he's like, hey, your face is bothering me.
Oh my God.
I swear to God. He just said that to me. He's like, what are you doing? Your face is weird. Stop. I was like,
I know that face too. I feel like that was my face all through like being a young girl.
Yeah.
Like just that like uncomfortable, I don't know what movie everyone's talking about face.
Interesting. I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
About growing up a young girl.
Oh, it's the worst. You're like, why am I horny? And then you're like, and then,
well, it sounds like growing up like a young boy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I guess when I was asking, I was like, it's going to be so different. And you're like, why am I horny? I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's kind of this. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on for the dudes.
We're the same.
Yeah, that's crazy. Humans. We're all alike. We all want the same thing.
We're all confused and horny.
Yeah, to feel less lonely through some physical contact. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Get it out. Get this energy out.
Oh, I'll never forget. This is probably, and I've never talked about this on stage. I don't even know how I would, but I'll never forget like the moment all of my friends were talking about shaving their bushes in like, I think maybe, was it 8th or 9th grade? And then I was like, yeah, I shave. And then I was like, oh, I need to go shave.
Oh, like you were faking
like
before, it to like catch up. Right.
Do you like, did guys talk about like that kind of shit?
Totally. It was like keeping up with the Joneses, but like when it's not about like, you know, your house or your car or whatever, or your job, when it's about like, do you have pubes? Yeah, no, I didn't even know. That's so funny. Guys, at least in my school, it was cool to come. Like before you can
What?
Yeah, because before you can come, you can still orgasm, just nothing comes out. But I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, so some guys don't do it until they can come, and they don't even know that. But I didn't even know cum was like a thing because nobody talks about it, right?
Yeah.
And porn wasn't as prevalent as it is now. And my friends started talking about coming, and I was like, "Oh shit, I don't do that." And they were like, "Oh, do you come?" Like they were like calling me out. They're like, "Do you come?"
What?
And I was like, "Yeah, I come." And then this story's gonna take a lot of weird turns, but I
love it.
I was like kind of like the pervert ringleader of my junior high.
Hell yeah.
And so I'd have the guys come over and we'd all watch porn together. And so like 5 dudes came over and we all made like little like masturbation forts for ourselves so we could have a little privacy. And then we were all watching porn. And I didn't come, and I was like worried the guys were gonna like do like a show and tell thing. So I faked it, and I went to like I thought it was like pee. Come, and I was banging on the door and I was like, dude, I'm gonna come, open the door, dude. And then when I came out, I was like, okay, and my friends were like, that's not how cum works. And I was like humiliated.
Yeah.
It was weird.
That's a very intimidating situation to learn that.
It's scary. But it was similar to what you're talking about, where it's like, do you shave your pubes? Do you have pubes? Yeah, guys, we were, you know.
Oh, but as a ringleader, the pressure.
Yeah, no, it was tough. I remember the first time it actually happened. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess I'm part of the club. I've been faking it for 2 years. So. I like faked it for like years.
Oh my God.
I fake came, yeah.
Yeah, you always talk about girls faking it. You had to fake it.
I had to fake it for a while just to, again, to make guys feel comfortable around me.
Oh, yeah. God, I have another, like, this is the only other, like, awkward memory I think about to this day. It was me, and I'm going to say her name, Tiffany Rojas.
You said her full name?
I said her full name.
Savage.
She was the best.
Oh, okay, cool.
She was one of my best friends in middle school, but she was always, like, way more mature than me. And we were at the beach one day, and we were just walking down the beach, and that's why the vision is so, like, clear, because, like, it's just, like... 2 young girls walking down the beach, and we're talking. She's explaining to me when a guy eats you out, what that means. And I was so confused. Why is it called that?
Yeah, the verbiage is a little aggressive.
And just having someone explain it to you.
Yeah, that's funny too. If we were like more accurate, it's like, so that guy licked me.
Yeah.
Like, what? Is that worse?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean?
I thought it sounded nice.
Is that worse? This guy licked me.
He licked me.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Benji licked me the other day.
It's so much. So now we know why they changed it.
To eat it out. Yeah, eat her out. I ate her out. All the terminology is stupid, especially independent of sentences around it.
Oh, I don't get how all those things, how someone says it and it sticks. Like, how does that stick?
Yeah, like who came up with like bone or boink? Who was
blowjob?
Yeah, BJ. Who came up with blowjob?
It's all wrong. It's like the soccer of football.
Right.
The football of soccer. No, yeah, the soccer of football.
But you know what? Some things just work. Like you don't even know why. Like when I call my baby boy. I'm glad I brought him up in the middle of this conversation. But I'll call him Boo Boo Gajoo.
Yeah.
You know, Boo Boo Gajoo. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so cute,
but
though.
It just feels right.
Yeah.
It's like he's Boo Boo Gajoo. And then I think putting that in a corner and not thinking about it, like sometimes the sexual terminology that we apply to things, it feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether it is or not.
It is. It just is.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, have you found, like, I've had this thought, like, with kids. I wonder if it happens more to women than men. One thing, like, so he had twins A boy and a girl.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So lucky that you got one of each,
Yeah,
I think.
nice.
I don't know how you feel.
No, I feel good about it. Yeah, I'm stoked.
That's great.
I just like things that are different, too. I'm like, oh, this is unique. That's cool.
It's awesome. I always say twins. I'm actually in line for twins.
Oh, because it was the generation before?
Yeah, my grandpa was a twin.
Oh.
So, uh-oh.
You're due, dude.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
But wait, where was I going with this? Oh, so like I think one of the weird things, like especially like as like a stand-up when we're used to like people like talking to us about us, like when we're out, I've noticed like with moms, and I've done this to my friends that have had kids, the conversations all just end up being about their kids.
I think parents like that actually.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. No, I kind of don't know. Maybe I don't like it. I might be more narcissistic than most. I do like talking about them. I just don't have much to say. I'm just like, they're cute. They're the best. And like their eyes are like alive now. And like, I'm so, I could just look at them and, you know, watch their faces all day. But I don't think that bothers parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't feel like I'm narcissistic at all. But like my thought was like that word came up when I was like, I don't want to like have kids and then no one ever asks how I'm doing.
Yeah, it does get annoying sometimes when you're like cooking on something and then they're like, oh, how are the kids? And you're like, well, actually, but then you just reroute them. You're like, they're fine. Like, back to what I was saying.
Perfect. Problem solved.
Yeah. I mean, it is cool to see how excited people get when they meet the kids. It's weird when people don't get excited. That actually trips me up more.
Yeah.
Like some people see the kids and be like, oh, nice. Yeah, kids. And I'm like, or like some of my guy buddies, I don't know why, but like when I show them pictures of my babies, because I'm like excited.
Of course.
I'll show them like pictures of the babies and they'll laugh. Yeah, and like they'll be like, I'm like, what are you laughing at?
They're just smiling. It's like a cute photo.
It's a cute photo of the babies, and they'll be like, and I'm like, why? What? I'm like, how about awe?
Something else.
Yeah, give me an awe.
It must be like maybe like an uncomfortable laugh or like one of those like, you know, when you laugh when you don't know what to say reactions. Yeah. That's like, maybe that's what it is.
That does. I guess that is I know you told me to have like a pet peeve. That might be my pet peeve.
That's a good one. The weekly wiener.
Yeah.
You don't know if we want to call the babies a wiener.
No. One of them's got a wiener. He's got a nice piece on him.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Wow.
Yeah. Sad eyes.
Sad eyes, big dick. That's going to attract a lot of women, though.
He does. He might have that compelling sadness where people are like, what's going on in there? I want to like unlock it. Yeah.
I think that's hot.
You know what? Hold on, let me do you mind if I show you a photo?
Oh, no. I want to see.
This is bad podcasting.
No, it's not. We could do whatever we want.
All right, here we go. Have you seen them yet? Mm-mm. All right, this is them on Halloween.
I was going to say, did you dress them up?
Yeah.
Oh my God, ketchup and mustard. Is it bad that I like ketchup more?
Yeah, which one's ketchup? No, don't show them on screen. Don't show them. Yeah.
They won't be able to see.
Okay, good. I don't want anyone to, I don't know why I'm paranoid about that.
I don't blame you.
I don't want people to like look at them. Yeah.
I think it's so fucking weird. The parents that'll dress their little girls up really cute and have own Instagrams for them. Cause I'm like, I don't want to think about it, but like you're really dolling your kid up and posting it online.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of fear. You mean like of pedos and stuff like that? I have a little bit of fear of that too. For me, it's also like the kids didn't consent to it in a way. Too. Like they might not want to be shown off. I mean, it's one thing if you come over or like, you know, just showing it to your buddies, but like, I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. It just weirds me out a little bit.
I think that's a safer bet.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she has no social media too.
Oh, nice.
So basically, I'm the only one who can embarrass all of us. I'm the only one. The embarrassment gun, I'm the only one who's got a hand on it.
That's like, powerful too.
Yeah. I'm
Damn.
Like, it's a responsibility for sure. It will not shame us.
Did you guys dress up as like a hot dog or hamburger or anything?
No. We didn't, dude, but my girlfriend made a rookie mistake.
Oh, no.
She because we were taking care of the kids, she put the candy out and just did the take one thing.
Oh, they don't listen.
Come on, bro.
Oh, man.
You know, some rowdy 11-year-olds came through. She found the thing turned over with like a couple like Hershey's Kisses scattered. And I was like, it's every time.
It's messed up.
It is. It's a sad world.
you know.
Did you ever violate that? The take one and take more than one?
Maybe if there was like a candy I really wanted, I'd take like an extra one. But I was a pretty good rule follower.
I remember the older kids were like, you know, you can just take the whole thing. And I was like, really?
Did you?
I did it one year.
How'd you feel?
It was cool to show it to other kids, to be like, watch this. I did enjoy that part.
The best feeling was pouring out your bag and showing people what you got.
Dude, when you'd show your haul off. And
Oh, yeah. What was your favorite Halloween candy?
Good cue. Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats.
Oh, that's a good one.
The little Kit Kats. What about you?
Almond Joy.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that.
I don't know why they're so good to me.
What is an Almond Joy?
It's coconut and almond and chocolate.
Oh, it's coconut.
Oh, it's so good.
You must have been like the only kid who was grabbing it, though.
Yeah, I got a lot of Almond Joys.
Yeah, your whole thing could have just been all Almond Joys. I don't know anybody else who went for the Almond Joy. Mm-hmm. Did your parents let you eat like candy as much as you wanted?
I think so. Who was telling me that the other day? I don't know if it was my best friend or my mom. Only two people I talked to. But someone was like, I wish like someone told me when I was younger, eat all the fucking candy. Eat it until you're sick. Because when you get older, you can't do that.
It is a good point. Like if you're 12, you can eat candy all day and everyone's like, it's bad for them. I'm like, their bodies are so resilient. They can do anything. If I do that now at 35, I could be fucked up for a week. I could like hurt somebody.
You have to be very careful with what you eat now.
That was like the dude who killed Harvey Milk.
Oh yeah, I watched that movie.
The Twinkie defense. He said he ate so many Twinkies that the sugar made him irrational, and that's why he killed him.
I don't remember that
That's
part.
what made him hate gay people. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it worked too. I think he got like a reduced sentence because of it.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
That movie was so sad.
It is very sad.
Yeah.
Sean Penn's good in the physicality.
Yeah. I saw it was like I remember it was like right when I moved here I saw that movie. I don't know why.
I remember I was sweating a lot when I saw it. Just remember being sweaty. I think it was like a hot San Diego day. Wait, where did you grow up?
In Florida.
Ah.
So very hot.
Where in Florida?
South Florida, like West Palm Beach.
You're from West Palm?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the best.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
I had some friends who got married there, and it's just,
sure.
it's the perfect place to get married.
Did they get married at the Breakers? That's like a really popular on the beach spot.
I think so. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was it was my first like friend's wedding, so it was like the best. We went nuts. Yeah, like all the dudes were shirtless. We were all hammered. We were like, yeah.
Sweating your asses off.
Like, Daddy, I'm so proud of you. Marriage rips.
Have you done the West Palm Beach improv?
Yeah, we did it last year. We did that, and then we did Dania. Dude, it was fun. West Palm, you know, it was a good hang afterwards. Sometimes I'll hang afterwards, and like everybody was really cool, and there was like a bar right next door.
Yeah, there's a bunch on like City Place.
Yeah, so we went to one of like the outdoor ones, and it was a good hang, and some really cool guys and gals. But like, there was some like rich dudes in the crowd that kind of threw off the vibe.
Oh, ew.
It was just because they were sitting up close, and they were like, you know, in their pastels, and they were like. They were kind of looking at me like, get a real job. You know?
The boat shirt pastels. They all wear those.
I know, and I was like, screw you. I was like, I don't know. Bad energy.
Get a real job.
Did you go to a lot of stand up there before you got into stand up?
Not really. I went to school in Orlando, so I went to shows at the Orlando Improv, and then I started taking classes, like stand up classes, while I was in college at the Orlando Improv.
Oh, you started young.
Youngish. It was like my senior year. So I took like 2 classes before moving here. So I was like 23.
Oh, nice.
But I did groundlings, which I always like. I don't know if we all have our own path, but I feel like juggling the groundlings and stand up I did that both for 7 years. I never got to fully commit to one. So like I just like slowly progressed in both.
You think you should put like all your eggs into one?
Totally.
Yeah. I don't know. What makes you don't think the groundling stuff has helped you with stand-up?
I think so, but not as much as it is took away from my stand-up growth.
Yeah, and groundlings is crazy because it takes like 3 years in between classes. Mm-hmm. And then if you, like my roommate was the man. He was so good at the groundling stuff. But then he had a bad show at his like final one, his showcase. And then he was like, that's it. They didn't take him, and then you're done. You're
done.
That's pretty wild that they don't let you try again.
Yeah. After a writing lab, you spend all this money, all this time, all this stress, and then they're like, yeah, you're done. Bye. There's nowhere else to go. You're like,
they're just like, later. Yeah. Thanks for the 7-year commitment.
So I never ended up, I was supposed to take writing lab, the one your friend took, the last one, right before the quarantine. And then that hit. And then after that, I was like, I'm going to just do stand up now.
Did you and Maddie start dating during quarantine?
Yeah, like the end of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first dates were all at each other's houses, so he could easily have just killed me.
Yeah, that's hot. Dating was the best during COVID.
Right?
It was the best.
You didn't have to juggle life.
No life. You were so excited just to see another human being, and they were excited. You're like, hey, a person. And you didn't have to stress about like where the date would be. Like I'd be like, hey, we're just gonna like grab a coffee and walk. And they were like, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It was the only option.
It was really nice. And I feel like we got lucky because you get to know the person better.
Totally.
And now it's like we have to try to make time for each other.
Yeah, and you didn't have to. The one downside with it was like you didn't know the other person in the context of a community. You only knew them isolated with you. Like I kind of fell hard for one girl, and then like when we went out with other people, I was like, this isn't gonna work.
It's like seeing someone who's like bad with a waitress, and you're like, oh God, I thought you were different.
Like we only hung out one-on-one, like at her house or my house. I was like, I think we're perfect together. And then when we went out into the world, I was like, no, this is a bad match.
Damn.
That was the one thing about it that was bad.
Typically that wouldn't happen, but I could see that happen because you just see people like, oh my God, you have like, you ever be like a stand-up show and then like a bigger comic will come in and their personality will completely change.
Oh, like the person, when the bigger comic comes in, this person changes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, what? It just happened.
Yeah, they stop like looking at you at all. They just focus on them. You're like, what's up, man? I was here 2 seconds ago.
Like, you're a lot more lively and upbeat.
They were like dead beforehand. Now they're, that's true.
Fucking weirdos.
That's, you know what's always funny about that to me too is when someone's like kind of a hardcore comic, when they're like, look, man, I'm like, I'm edgy and I'll tell people what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell the truth. And then a bigger comic comes in and they start kissing that person's ass. And I'm like, you're an ass kisser? And you have this energy like you're like hardcore? Get out of here.
I know a few of those people. Easy.
It's a weird match where I'm like, you can't be the hardcore guy if you're going to lick butt anytime someone with credits comes in. Like, what?
Yeah, they switch from like the dom to the sub like real quickly.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I'm like, you're not a legit dom then.
Yeah.
You're a situational dom. There's no credit there. You're subby, dude. Yeah.
You're either sub or dom.
You're a cute little subby.
Oh my God. Oh, you know what the most embarrassing tapping ahead? I shouldn't say this on camera, but it's okay. The recording, I'm always scared. One day I hosted the improv, and this was probably 5 years ago, and I forgot Donnell Rawlings' name, and I honestly didn't know who he was. And then after I find out he's huge, before I find out he's huge, and it wouldn't have mattered anyways, I was just being weird. I go over, he's sitting down at like in the back, and I tap his head and I go, sorry about that.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Dude.
What the fuck was I thinking?
Bro, how many fuck ups can you compress into like a 3-minute span? You tapped him on the head.
Sorry about that. What?
Oh my God.
You know when you're just like, you panic and then you just snowball.
Wait, so what did he do?
He was fine.
That's actually kind of cool. That's like a, you could have done better on 2 fronts there, but also like, you probably love that memory, right?
It's kind of a really funny fuck up.
Yeah, and then that's why it's almost better not to know who anybody is. And then you're just out here just tapping like, arena comics on the head.
Oh my God. Like, don't do that to anyone. I think I just get awkward sometimes. And then it just takes over.
Why on the head?
He was sitting.
Just the angle was
there?
Just
the angle.
The angle was there?
I never, ever, unless I played Duck, Duck, Goose, I don't think I've ever tapped somebody on the head before and after.
You're pretty good with people. maybe that's what he wanted. Do you think maybe you read his body language in an intuitive way?
I saw the back of his head and it said, tap this shit, man.
When did you find out he was like a big deal in that?
Oh, when I went home and I Googled his name and I went to sleep. Donna Rawlings. Don't ever fuck this name up again.
Hilarious. Have you got to talk to him about it since?
No. He won't remember me. It was so long ago. I
would remember getting massively disrespected like that. I would probably have a vendetta against that person for the rest of my life.
I wasn't meaning to disrespect.
I would want to light them on fire. I would want to burn them until they were ash. That's funny.
Oh, do you ever have any awkward interactions that scarred you when you were newer?
You know, I like when I don't know that someone's like famous or something, because it's like, because I'm you know, if I know someone's famous, even if I'm not a fan, I will get a little bit like nervous around them or something. So it's great when you don't know and they're just like, oh, what's up? Oh yeah, cool, man. And then you walk away and then someone's like, that guy's a big deal. And you're like, nice. I treated him like he was normal. He probably is like wondering how I have so much like, you know, bravado. It's good. What's a bad fuck up I had? This is so random. I threw a huge party sophomore year of high school and a bunch of people spent the night. And I was in love with this one girl. She was so cool. And she was really hungover, so she had to stay at my house like all day.
Yeah.
And we were just hanging out on the couch. It was like my dream. I was like, dude, we're just buds. I was like, this is the best. And I was trying to be cool. Like I felt cool. My party was like it was fun and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is, you know, I'm riding high. I'm hanging out with chicks. And then she kept getting phone calls. And I never got phone calls, but she was getting phone calls like all day. And I was like, whoa, you get more phone calls than Donald Trump. And it was before Donald Trump was like, even, you know, on his current trajectory.
That was the Apprentice years.
These were the Apprentice years.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you get more phone calls than Donald Trump. She looked at me like I was the lamest guy ever. And I just remember I was like, oh. And then that was, I swear to God, in that moment, because I'd heard like whispers from people, they're like, yeah, she kind of likes you. And I was like, it's over. I've effectively killed it.
It's like so many people hate Donald Trump, but no one hates him for the reason you hate him.
I hate him because me and this girl had a bright future together until I used him as a punchline, and now it's dead.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think if I have any bad ones with like no, nothing too bad. Just being a little needy at moments, like wanting someone who's like, you know, farther along to like look at me and okay, I have one. It's not super embarrassing, but I used to go to sex addict meetings a lot, and there was a famous comedian there who I really like, and everyone reads out of the book, and
what's the book? It's like
addicts have like it's called like the Big Book of it's the AA book. All the different addiction ones use it because it's like the original, and you do like popcorn where you pass it around and read. And I like tried really hard in my reading because he was like right next to me. And I was like, and if we turn ourselves over to God, we will be relieved of our suffering. And I was really trying to like hit every syllable. And then when I was done, I like handed him the book and my eyes were like, I'm talented, right? And he was like, what? He like looked right past me and just grabbed the book. That one hurt.
Oh man. It's so funny, those things that you think about all the time. I mean, as you get older, you learn to like let them go quicker. Not quick enough, but quicker. But like the Donald Trump line and you're just like your whole day, you're just like, what the fuck? And when that person's not even thinking about it.
No, she would have no recollection of it. It would be pretty funny if she did remember. She's like, oh, that was one of the worst jokes anyone's ever said to me.
She goes, I can't believe he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
He had really bad timing. He was pretty bad with the timing. And he made me very uncomfortable.
I was literally about to have sex with him. And then...
Dude, it was on the table. We were giving each other the eyes. It was getting steamy in the room. I was like, it could be on.
Oh.
And then I blew it.
I saw something the other day that I wanted to bring up because I've never seen anything like this before. I guess I could make it my wiener too. We have light weens today. So we've seen a lot on the freeways out here, right? We always see shit go down on the freeways. The freeways are crazy. I'm constantly just, anytime you make it to one destination, you're just grateful you didn't get in an accident. Do you know, like, when you get onto the freeway from, like, the Hollywood Bowl, how you have to get off of Barham or whatever,
that's my
like,
exit.
super quickly?
It's insane.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. It's like you have to get on the freeway and get across 6 lanes in less than a minute to get off your exit. And that's like the most popular exit.
It's insane. It's crazy.
It's so crazy. So we're doing that, match driving. And I see like up in the front on the side of the road, this guy in like an old white Mercedes. He looks about our age, longer hair. And the front of the car is steaming. And I'm like, damn, that sucks. Hopefully it's not going to set on fire. Then I see him get behind the car and start pushing it. And I'm like, what? And then I see him jump out of the car's way because it's rolling. And so I dissected it after. So he jumps out of the car's way and the car reverses because it's going down the hill all through 6 lanes backwards until it hits the median.
What?
So I think what happened was his car set on fire. He jumped out of it, maybe put it in neutral, like it was, or it was stick, and then didn't realize he was on a hill, and then tried pushing it, but then it was too heavy, so he jumped out of the way and just his car just rolled through a very heavy traffic, all through 6 lanes until I don't think anyone hit it either, from what I could see.
I don't think that's a light ween. I think that guy's a big ween.
Okay, it is a pretty big ween. I guess I took the little bit of ween off of him because I just felt so bad for the dude. And this was the worst part. His reaction was, oh no, oh no.
Oh, I fucked up. Me made a boo-boo. Me almost killed everybody.
So actually, wait, he's a big wiener. But like, what?
That is true. When you almost like Manchester by the Sea people, like when your stupidity almost just ends lives, that is how you react. You're just like, oh. I didn't want to kill anybody today. I feel like this is going to, stick to me for a while.
He's like, first the car, now the murder.
Now I killed someone. It all started because I forgot to put oil in the engine. My dad was right.
So that was a first.
That's nuts. Dude, that is... I'm glad you spotlighted that too, the Barham exit.
Yeah.
Because you're on Highland.
Oh.
You get on the 101 there, and then you gotta... It's like 100 yards, and you gotta get across 6 lanes. That's the way I get home, and my girlfriend will... I'm like, I love doing it.
Matt loves doing it
I love
too.
doing it too. Yeah, and my girlfriend's always like, especially when she was super pregnant, she's like, babe, just because you can take what is it like on the left? You can just take Cahuenga or whatever on the left there.
No one does it.
No, I'm always like, I gotta do the 6 lane. I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta put my blinker on and just like change speeds and get across.
Oh yeah.
It is insane that they designed it that way though.
Why?
LA is like that where we have the worst
That's
freeways.
yours.
Yeah. How much coffee do you drink in a day?
Oh, so much.
Do you crash?
See, this is my problem, and I kind of freaked myself out on Monday. I drink a lot of caffeine, and I think it's because I used to be on Adderall, so like my tolerance for like
for stimulant stuff.
Yeah, it's like really
I don't know.
Stimulant.
I've been talking to babies a lot. Do you just add Y's to the end of things? Stimulant stuffy.
So my stimuli stuffy.
Oh, you're drinking a lot of coffee. You like coffee, huh? You like coffee?
Do you do baby talk to them?
Dude, I thought I wouldn't. I was like, oh no, I'll just talk to them like they're no, it's impossible. They love the baby talk. It makes them smile.
Yeah, it'd be weird to talk to them like adults.
How much Adderall do you used to do?
Oh yeah. So I used to take 20, but I would split it up 10 and 10 throughout the day.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah. And then you'd have to stop if your tolerance would get high, take a break.
So you were pretty good about it.
I was really good about it. I never got addicted to it. I never took it every day. I took it when I like to write or just feel cracked out or go to Disneyland or, normal stuff.
It all checks out.
So now, so Monday I had 2 coffees, pre-workout, and then 2 Celsiuses. And then it got to the end of the night, and I, first of all, never felt jittery. Not once. Like zero jitters.
Is it because you worked out, you think?
I was talking to my mom about it. I was like, then I freaked myself out. So at night, I was like, I need to lay down in bed instead of edit tonight. I'm like, what the hell did I do? It's a lot of caffeine, and I feel fine.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, the workout could like crash you. The food. I think I'm just like a tired person and doing so much. So it's like, I just love caffeine. I love it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, same with me where like I used to do drugs and stuff, and now I'm like, well, I can't really do that. So like coffee is kind of my last, it's like the last thing I can abuse.
Do you drink, or could you cut out everything?
I drink once in a while, smoke pot once in a while.
That's good.
I would like to have like a dedicated day every month where I just like burn it to the ground. Because I do need that. I need to like let loose. It's nice because I can go on the road and I'll get pretty fucked up on the road. Like,
save it for then.
Yeah, so I got really fucked up. I was in Montana, and my dad lives there, and he brought all of his friends to my stand-up show. And then so afterwards, I got pretty lit up.
That's fun.
And it was really fun. And then like 4 months before that, I was in Ohio, and I remember I was like, my girlfriend was pregnant. I was like, the kids are going to be here in a couple weeks. I was like, I'm not going to be able to party for like a couple months. I was like, I'm going nuts tonight. And like, I remember I got thrown out of a bar, and I was like, I was really happy. Like they came up to me, and I was like, are you guys going to do it? I was like, are you going to throw me out? And then the bouncer was like, you got to go. And I was like, thank you. I was like, yes.
I'm going to be a dad.
I was like, thank you so much for throwing me out. And then I went home and slept, and I felt amazing.
It's like a bachelor party, but for babies.
Dude, totally. I was going to do that. I was going to go to Vegas with my brother and I love Vegas, and I was going to I was going to go with my brother and my buddy, and then it just didn't work out. My girlfriend was too close to pop, and I was like,
it's not worth it.
No, I couldn't miss it. Yeah. But I was like, that would have been sick. But yeah, no, I don't party. Do you party much?
I used to drink a lot. Like in high school and college, I would black out every time. I thought that's what happened.
It was normal.
Yeah, every time. And the waking up anxiety after you black out. Worst feeling in the world. I would always be like, don't tell me what the fuck I did. I don't want to know.
I hated that. When people are like, do you know what you did last time?
No. I don't even want you to say that line, because now I know something happened.
Right. You're like, I was perfect.
I was fine. Lied to myself. Said I was a perfect drunk. But yeah, now we like to drink, but like I'm really good. Like I just want like 2 or 3 drinks, and I feel great. Like I just want that like the caffeine fix. It's the same like little then I'm good. But we always take breaks, because like we'll go some days, some weeks, and we're like, man, we had a show every night. We had like a beer or 2 every show. Right. And you're like, I can't drink every night. But if I were to save mine, like my like Vegas, this is really lame, but like mine would be staying home on like a Sunday and drinking wine.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like football, and then like whatever I want to watch at night, and just drink in my pajamas. Fuck yeah.
No, that's better. I'm like that now too. I think I'm almost faking it. Like I'm like, I like Vegas. I don't even know if I like Vegas anymore. Because when you were talking about that, I was like, that sounds nice.
Oh yeah.
Are you a Dolphins fan?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are ripping this
Oh my God, we're having the best year.
Yeah, that's got to be nice,
yeah.
right? Because when's the last time they were good? Like 2002 or something like that?
72. Last undefeated team.
Yeah, they're always on. Anytime a team's starting to go undefeated, those guys will pop up on TV and be like, it's not the same. They're good guys, but they're not like we were.
Oh, I was bummed though. We were about to get another record. Did you see that? I forgot who we were playing.
When you guys were going to put up like 80 on
yeah.
I forget. Was it the Broncos? Who were y'all playing?
I can't remember. But all we needed was the field goal. And we were in field goal range to get that record.
McDaniel didn't do
it.
He's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, he showed mercy.
He did, but it's like, we've had a rough last couple of years.
Yeah, give it to us. Who's Matty Pool for?
He's a Cowboys fan.
Oh, interesting. Why isn't he from Massachusetts?
Yeah, he liked them because, what was the movie, Little Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He liked the bad guys in that movie?
I guess so. Were they the bad guys, the Cowboys?
Bro, whatever, dude. No, I'm the same. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm from Orange County.
I was going to
say,
say,
I have no reason to pull for them other than they were sick when I was young.
The Steelers were always like...
They're always good.
Yeah.
And my dad was like a Steelers fan, even though he's from Jersey. So he's like the original jumping it. He liked them in the 70s when they won all the Super Bowls. Like my dad's a huge bandwagon fan. Piece of shit.
You kind of just like typically just whoever your dad's team is.
You inherit it. You don't know any better. You're like 4.
Yeah.
It's like, we root for the Steelers. You're like, yeah, sounds good. It's kind of like religion. Yeah, he's like, we're Catholic. I was like, oh, it's probably the best. If you say so. It's probably better than all the other ones. Are you religious?
No, we like grew up going to church, like a Christian church.
Was it a super church?
No, it was just like a regular. It was before. I think it was like before they got so big.
Right.
But it was sick. They just have video games and like arts and crafts. I don't really ever remember like doing any like. I think like the God part was like a 10-minute sit down. And then like I thought like with like things have changed so much though. I think since we were kids religious wise and now, or maybe it's because we're in LA. But like I remember thinking when I have kids like. Could I just like drop them off at church and like pretend like I'm going to the adult side just so they get some like discipline? I don't know. Like, do kids even go to church anymore?
That's interesting. So you would drop them off at the kids thing and then just go like do your own thing?
That's the thought I had.
That's a good idea. That's really smart. I think they do. I don't know. I think God's coming back.
Is he going to make a comeback? He's made one before.
I think he's coming back. Yeah, right. The original. Oh, y'all thought I was done?
What do you want to do with your kids? They're still so young. You have time to think.
I think I'm going to raise them like agnostic. They're going to be really annoying. They're going to be very annoying.
Wait, I don't know what that is.
It's like non-belief, but open to whatever could be, basically.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I get that. That's what I think. But
if that's a choice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know if there's a God. I don't know if anything happens after you die, but it's up to you. If you believe in that stuff and it makes you a good person, go for it.
Yeah, that's like a real, like a way more chill atheist.
Yeah. I don't want them to be like,
yeah, such like a to the atheist. Even the TH to it sounds like there's horns.
It's a little harsh. It's a little harsh. Agnostic's a little softer.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm agnostic. Yeah. I first heard it. It was Real World San Diego. And there was a cool guy, Randy, who was a thoughtful bouncer on the cast. And he was flirting with this big-breasted bartender from Florida, I think. And then Robin. And she was like, I don't know if I like believe in a God, but like I don't believe in a God. And the guy was like, that's agnostic.
We learn things too.
Yeah, MTV helped me with a lot of shit.
If it wasn't for the tits too, that probably made it way more memorable.
Bro, I was like, whoa. Chicks like it when you understand theology and alternative options. Oh, nice.
You know, boob jobs are back.
Really? Are they doing them different now?
There's different ways, but like I feel like for a while, like tits were out, asses were in, but tits are back in. I have like all my friends have boob jobs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's crazy how culture shifts that way.
Right?
Yeah, because when I was thinking about that the other day, I was trying to do a bit about it, about how like culture tried to tell us like twins making out was hot. Like Budweiser was like, and twins. And like me and all my stupid friends were like, yeah, twins are hot. It's like it's the weirdest, dumbest thing. But like boobs were very in when I was like in my teen years. And all the famous girls had small butts. And then obviously Kim Kardashian or whoever was like, you know, she co-opted butts from black people and was like, we're bringing this to whitey.
She totally did. She changed the way.
She really is like kind of a maverick that way.
Yeah.
But I guess it's going back to the Bobos. That's crazy.
But now I think it's both.
Right. So it's just maximal.
Yeah.
We're just going for a maximalist approach. How much are boob jobs now?
I talked to someone at like 5,000 to 7,000. I think.
How long is the recovery?
So my friend Lisa was on it, and she's like, it's a quick recovery, but at the same time, it's not because you have to like be very careful and shape them for months after.
Oh, so they're like massaging them to make sure that they like foment right?
Yeah, they have to like land right. They'll change shape after the few months after.
So you're good to go in public after like a couple days, but you still have to be like
wear like a certain bra and
they don't look how you want them to look for a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
And then if you hook up with someone, you're probably like, hey, that's a no.
Yeah. And you're like, you're going to just, someone grabs it and now you just like poofs to the other side.
Yeah.
Like one of those dolls.
Yeah. The guy's going to be so nervous. Look, I don't want to misarrange your stuff.
Yeah. You'd hope to be like either in a relationship or super single when you're getting a boob job.
Yeah. You're like, in 6 months, I'm going to be ready for the world. Mm-hmm. Do you think they tell you the truth? Are they telling everybody the truth, or are they keeping it to themselves?
Oh my God. No, they're all so open about their boob jobs. Proud boob job owners.
So are they like Instagram posting it? They're like, hey, I got my cans done by like Dr. Magundo.
He's the best.
He's good. Magundo. He's an artist.
I like the way he like is really good with, works well with females.
And makes them feel comfortable, makes them feel safe.
And men. They get boob jobs too. I feel like that would be hard because the skin wouldn't stretch when a guy gets a boob job.
Well, that's the thing with plastic surgery is the skin gets all shiny because it's like taut.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think plastic surgeons are kind of artists.
They are, for sure.
Like, I think, like, they're using the human body as the canvas, and it's a little bit, like, Cronenberg weird, but I don't know. I'm like, I do think it's art.
You
don't
want to fuck up.
Very LA of me.
It is the most fun. We're going to an art museum today. There's a bunch of bodies.
Yeah, it's just boobs in there. Oh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this guy was on the cutting edge of his era. It's very avant-garde.
Oh, I thought of another thing when you bring up the joke. I took a screenshot. I always do this. I take screenshots to send to people when I think of something and then I never follow through. So the other day at Nightcap when you were talking about the Nepo babies.
Oh, yeah.
So I have this picture out there of Buddha. and it's from Ross. And I really like it because it just is like about like, it's like one candle. It's like spreading like happiness, or it's like pretty much saying like, say I can make it in stand-up, you can make it in stand-up. It doesn't have to be like, there's no competition type of thing. So I like it. And it's funny because my friend made fun of it. My friend Caleb. And then when we moved here, he was like, that's not making the move. And then Matt was like, I like that picture. We should hang it up. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, Caleb. But Caleb was telling me that Buddha is a Nepo baby.
Yeah, I think he was a prince.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And they're like, that's fucked up. He preaches all this peace and stuff. And he's had money his whole life type of thing.
Yeah, I think he was like, that's why he was so convicted in helping the poor. I don't think he had seen it until he was like 25. He was like, what the hell is that? Someone's like, some people don't have shit. And he was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Nepo babies are the best.
Yeah.
They're the best because they have to choose to be good.
That's true.
It's a choice.
It is a harder choice too if you don't have to be.
I guess it's a choice for everyone.
Oh, but for everyone else, happiness is not always a choice.
No,
I mean, it is, but like it's harder.
It's harder to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where this person's like, I'm choosing to actively not have it easy. Buddha was like, I'm gonna make it hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to give him some credit for that. I mean, look, he's a bitch. John F. Kennedy, Winston Churchill, all bitches.
It's a lot. So I was thinking Buddha would be a fun one to add to that, just because it's like no one knows that.
I have been doing I got the tag from Nick Taravello, but he was like, oh, you should do Jesus because he's a Nepo baby. And so I do Jesus at the end now.
That's equivalent to Buddha.
They're
same
kind of
thing.
maybe if I perform in where Buddha's more the guy. Yeah. And then the crowd would be like, oh no, he's going after Buddha.
Damn, this guy's edgy.
Oh my bro, I don't give a fuck, dude.
You take a razor.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up, dude? I'm going at you guys.
Yeah, that joke I like a lot though. It's funny because my mom owns a company now. And she started a few years ago for behavioral analyst. And so I started working for her doing billing online.
For like therapy?
Yeah, for like kids with disabilities.
Oh, nice.
So it's like therapy for them to help them like understand how to behave.
Sure.
And so I was working under her, and then now my brother's working under her.
Nice.
And she's just like, nepotism. And then she was at the show that you met her when you did that joke. And she was like, she loved it because we joked about that a bunch before.
Do you get nervous performing in front of your mom?
No.
That's so nice.
Because she's been to, like, she always flies out a few times a year. So I'm like used to doing, of course I want to have a good show when she's here.
Has she like been like, well, you've done a lot better?
Yeah.
That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, because she's like, you seem more like, because I'm sure in the beginning, oh, that must be so rough when like you sucked.
It's gotta be the worst.
And you're like, your parents are like, not only what are they doing with their lives, but like, yeah, it's uncomfortable.
I think it was brutal for my folks.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they love me, but they were like, like, dude, you suck. Like, you're really bad.
Your mom? Oh, yeah, your mom was in your show.
Yeah, my mom was, she's so good in it.
I'm sorry. I sat down and keep cutting you off.
No, you're not
caffeine
sitting. I don't think you cut me off at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved your mom in it. And first of all, Matt and I couldn't stop watching it. We binged it a whole night through.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks. I appreciate it.
There's never been anything like that on TV.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. Connor McSpadden, we were I came up with the Nepo joke at a Culture Court, Maddie Lockwood's show, Keith Johnson's show. And Connor McSpadden called my show Nathan For You for Dumb People. Which I thought was really funny.
So funny.
It was a good burn.
I also love Nathan For You.
And I learned, I was a PA on that show. So that's where I learned a lot about like pranking stuff. At least like what I liked about it, like tonally. And then, but yeah, my mom was in the show and it was so cool because she was such a natural. Mm-hmm. When she was off camera, she was the only one who had hair and makeup. Like, aww. Yeah, and she would just be like holding court with everyone, and they all like loved her. But then my mom's like, she's got the best personality, but she just says whatever she wants. So then I'd come in there and she'd be talking about like trans rights or something. I was like, Mom, shut up. And like she's not saying anything like phobic, but I'd be like, Mom, just stop talking about stuff. And but yeah, she was such a delight on set. And then I still have people come up to me. Even like industry people, and they'll be like, so who's that lady you casted as your mom? She's really good. Yeah, they don't know it's my real mom.
Oh my God.
Which is kind of high praise. She's so funny though too. She'll come to my stand-up shows and like, she'll just walk on stage. And it makes me so mad. I was on stage and it was crazy. I was on stage in Hawaii and my mom like surprised me by coming out there, which was really cool. And then I'm just on stage doing my shit. And then I just look to my left and my mom just has her hand up like this, like bring me on stage. And I'm like, Mom, I turned into a little kid. I was like, Mom, go away.
Yeah.
And then the crowd was like, no, bring her up, bring her up. And then I brought her up and she was like, I just want everyone to know I love my son so much. And they all went crazy. Yeah. But I was like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Well, that's where you get it from then.
Probably, yeah. She's probably why I like to perform. Is your mom or dad, who's the more performer-y of the two?
Definitely my mom, but neither of them. Originally, I would say neither, but like lately, like when I go home, my mom will sing karaoke and like she's always loves dancing. So she's more like spotlight.
Do you think you've kind of unlocked that in her by doing performance?
Huh. I never thought about that. I doubt it. I don't think I could take credit. But my grandpa's also super funny. And my whole family is like really, really funny and fucked up in a way.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll get like mean comments on my stand-up videos like, what do your parents think about this? And then it's like my parents' conversations with you, like me, if my mom, my brother, and I are in the car, first of all, Matt's like, what the hell is happening? Because we're like, fucking dicks, cunt, blowjob.
Right,
like, we're just talking the nastiest shit.
It gets chaotic.
It is wild. But that's just like how I was raised in our sense of humor.
Totally. Dude, it's funny you say that. Like, I got outed on Facebook one time. I used to do a horrible bit where like I pretended to be a pedophile on stage. And it was like, it was horrendous. It was like not something anybody would ever pay to see. And but I would do it. And then one time I did it at an open mic and these guys went on Facebook the next day and were like, I saw the most disgusting bit I've ever seen. And they kind of outed me and I was real.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like dramatic or whatever. And then Bobby Oliver, who used to run who runs Tao Comedy, she wrote like, I always wonder what these comics, when they do it, if they ever think about like what their parents would think. And literally I commented, my mom has seen me do that bit 4 times. She loves it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like they assume some kind of like uptightness with parents. I'm like, why do you think I do this? My mom's and dad are like lunatics. My parents say the wildest shit. I'm like less than my parents.
I know. That's how I feel. And that's what I wrote back to one person. I was like, I wrote this joke with my mom.
Yeah. She's actually co-author on this. Yeah. And she thinks I'm going too soft. She thinks do you respond to like negative comments and stuff? So
at first when my Facebook started going off, I wrote thanks back to everything, mean or nice, just to get the algorithm going. Yeah. And then it'd be funny to see like the mean person either go, that wasn't a compliment, or start like hitting on you. And they're like,
have some integrity, dude. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Do you have no values? I thought you disliked this.
What? Yeah. So I usually don't. Fun one the other day was you sound like Amy Schumer. I get that a lot. And I wrote back, thanks so much. And they go, that wasn't a compliment. And I said, to me, that was.
Totally. Dude, she gets so much hate.
What the hell?
And I get it. Like, I'm not as big a fan of her now as I used to be. But that's true with like a million artists where like, when they first pop, I'm like, oh, this is so new and incredible. And then after a while, I'm like, okay. But she put up a post the other day because she's been so, out in front on the Israel-Palestine conflict. But she wrote a post the other day kind of fighting back at the haters, which I don't know. I'll do it sometimes. I'll argue with haters and stuff, but it's never a good look. But
just let them be.
But she wrote, "People say I'm a failed comic. I'm the most successful female comic in history."
Oh, no.
But she is, isn't she?
I just don't like anyone saying that about anything. But also, you can't blame her when Chappelle's like, I'm the best there ever was.
Right.
There is. I think Amy Schumer is top of the list for sure.
Just in terms of success, too. She had like a bajillion movies and a TV show.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, specials.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is the bigger? I was like, I don't know, it'd be like Ali Wong or like Roseanne or like who's bigger than her all time?
I don't know. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah, her first album, Cutting, I really loved.
Yeah.
One time I saw her at the Improv, and it was like 10 years ago, and she called me and my two buddies a frat rape tribunal.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Dude, yeah. And we were all like, oh, yeah. I was like, I wasn't in a frat, and I was like complimented. I was like, she thinks I was in a frat. Nice.
Her last special in the pink dress, I forgot what it was called, is really, really good. The one that it came out last year. That one was
good?
Great. Yeah.
Nice.
But it's wild how quickly they're forced to put out specials.
Yeah, people are churning them out right now.
Yeah.
Like Matt Rife's doing his like third one in like 6 months or something like that.
It's crazy.
I was like, bro, how are you this hot and working this hard? I'm like, why don't you just take a break, dude?
Right?
Be vapid for a little bit.
If I'm ever in good shape, it's because like I use a lot of the time I'll use the gym as an excuse to not work, like write or edit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll like go to the gym in the morning and like, okay, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna write, I'm gonna edit, and then like 2 hours ago, I'm like, I should probably go back to the gym or like go for a run or something. I need to work out more.
You work out multiple times in a day?
When I don't feel like it's an excuse.
Totally. I've done that too, where you're like, oh, okay, because it's still productive, so you don't feel lazy, but it's not productive in a way that is like where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
That is the move, dude. That's what I used to do when I didn't want to do homework. I'd read another book. And I'd be like, but I'm not being bad.
Yeah.
Who would say reading is bad?
Do you not want me to read?
Do you think reading's bad? Are you like anti-knowledge? And they're like, no, just do your homework. And I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Oh, let me see where we're at. Oh, we're good. We fucking killed it.
Yeah, was this good?
Yeah.
Good.
We talked about it, a lot of jokes, but just so in case there's something that you thought you wanted to say that I left you hanging on. Sometimes we don't like. Were there any jokes that you made into moments that you wanted to talk about, or did we cover enough?
Bro, I think I came up with new bits while we were talking. I think we
Hell yeah.
it. Yeah,
good.
I think we're good.
Woohoo! Good, because I got to pee. You know, so you be wiggling. I bet I made it through. Well, thank you. Oh, what would you like to plug? Plug away.
You can check out our podcast, Going Deep with Chad and JT, that I do with my compadre, Chad Kroger, great guy. You can check out our show on Netflix, Chad and JT Go Deep. And then I have a new YouTube thing I'm doing called Deep Learning, where I interview like scientists and professors and stuff. And yeah, I like it. Check it out.
That's so fun. I love that.
Yeah, it is fun. I like it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Bye.